Hello, my friend. How are you doing? Manu here from yogabizmentor.com. Today, I want to share with you 5 actions that I consistently take to build and grow my business. And of course, these actions can be helpful for you, and this is the main reason why I am sharing them here. From my own experience, from the experience that I have from working with other people, I know each and every business is different and each and every business has different goals, but some of the actions that I'm taking to grow and build my business may be helpful for you. Also, I'm going to tell you this. In the marketing world, in the business world, there are constantly new trends, new things to do, especially on social media when you get to see, what are the new trends out there. And sometimes we get pushed as entrepreneurs, as business owners, we get pushed to fall into those quick trends and so on. And now, I'm not here to tell you not to follow those trends. Of course, your business, your choices, you need to do the things that align with your goals. But what I want to share with you, the strategies that I've been doing for my business that I want to share with you today, these are strategies that, my friend, I believe they are timeless. So regardless of whether you are watching this video when I am recording, by the moment I'm recording this, which is 2024, or even if you are watching years later, I am sure these strategies, the things that I'm sharing with you today, are going to be helpful for your own business. If you have been following my business journey for a while, you know that for me, the really important thing is to really stay connected to your why, to your mission. And this is something that I always encourage my clients and the people that I work with to connect with, to stay connected to your why. Why is that reason you started your business? For some people, they might start a business because they want to support that specific group of people. For some people, the main reason why they want to build a business is because they want to have more freedom in their lives. And of course, I always say that this is tricky because when you start your own business, it doesn't mean that you're gonna be free and you're gonna be working from your computer on a tropical beach and build your 6-figure business in less than 1 year. This is not a message that I'm gonna ever share with you. I tend to share a more realistic message, and this realistic message is that building a business takes time and it's hard work. Now, can this be something that you make with joy, and can this be something that gives you rewards? Absolutely, and I am all up for it. What I can say from my own experience, running my own business sometimes implies working even more hours than when I'm working for someone else. The things that I'm doing when I'm working, it really connects me to my purpose, to my why, and that gives me a lot of freedom. It also gives me a lot of freedom, the fact of work from whatever I want in the world. I can work from anywhere. I don't need to be attached to a place unless I am running an in-person event there. Like, for example, my upcoming business bootcamp happening in Thailand in April 2025. Of course, I need to be there in person during the event. But during the rest of the year, with my mentorship, one-on-one programs, I can work from anywhere in the world. And for me, this is freedom. Even though, as I say, sometimes I may need to work more hours than I would do for a company, but at least I'm doing something that is close to my heart, something that I really believe in, and I feel super connected to my purpose. And please, I'm not here to say that working for yourself is something much better than working for a company. I believe each and every of these 2 options has its pros and its cons, but this is not what we are going to be talking about today. What we are going to be talking about today is for those of you who are ready to build your business, to grow your business, and sometimes you may feel a little bit lost and thinking like, what are those actions that I need to take? All right, my friend, this is what I'm going to share with you today, the actions that I've been taking and how they have been helping me growing my business. And again, learn from this video, take what it serves you, put it into practice into your business, and leave what doesn't serve you, okay? This is completely up to you to learn to filter and then to take what is good for you. This is my philosophy. Hello my friend, how is it going? So before we dive into today's video, I want to share something with you because I was thinking how there is a part that I forgot to include in this week's video podcast, and I'm recording this little video as I'm here at the Ritz in Bali, and this is where I came to register for the Synergy Retreat Fair, which starts tonight, and I have already my registration here. This morning I was editing the content for this coming week, which is 5 actions that I consistently took in 2024 to grow Yoga Biz Mentor. And I realized that I forgot one super important action, and that action is to attend in-person events where I can connect with people that are part of my community, yoga, wellness practitioners, retreat leaders. So this is the place that I came basically to network and connect with people, and basically ultimately also to grow my brand and business. So as I was editing the content for next week, I was like, oh my gosh, I just realized that I forgot this really important piece of the puzzle, which is connecting in person with people. This is all super important, and of course all of the other tips that you're gonna get in the podcast, the video that is coming up next. Okay, we're gonna start with the first thing. One of the actions that I've been taking this year, 2024, to growing my business and bringing more awareness about my business has been hosting webinars. And by the time I am recording this video, I have hosted 2 webinars this year. And if you follow me on social media or if you are part of my email list, I'm sure you are aware of this. I've been running the first webinar called How to Successfully Lead an International Retreat. And the second webinar that I run this year is called From Purpose to Profit. Both of them have been completely free webinars, and this is something that I've done for people that are part of my email list, but also these are actions that I have taken to grow my email list. If you know me, if you've worked with me, you know how important for me is to grow an email list. You know, there are so many reasons for that, and I could do a whole video on why this is important for your business, to have your own database, to have your own email list. But again, this is not the purpose of this video. What I can tell you is that hosting webinars have helped me increase the subscribers in my email list. Of course, when I design those free webinars, I make sure that the topics that I'm sharing in those webinars are topics that are relevant to my dream client, to my community. Who is my dream client? My dream client, it's yoga and wellness practitioners, yoga and wellness facilitators that are looking into growing their business, and that may include retreats. So I do everything with intention. I create something that I know it's going to be helpful for my community. I'll bring them for them to get something of value in exchange of their email address so that they can get a step a little bit closer to see the work that I do. Other ways that this webinar have been helping me, for example, it has been bringing awareness not only of the work that I do to my community and also expanding into other communities by bringing new people to my list, but also bringing awareness of the offerings that I have. You know, I am a fan of doing things strategically, and during a webinar, of course, you do a webinar to share something about your own story, to share something about your business, most importantly, to share something of value to the people that will attend that webinar. A webinar, it's also an opportunity to showcase your services or your products. In the case of yoga and holistic facilitators, it tends to be more services. At the end of the webinar, whenever I'm running one of my webinars, I tend to share some of the offerings by which people who attended the webinar or who sign up for the webinar afterwards, they can take the next step in working with me. And that may include my one-on-one mentorship in where we can work together to build your business, to grow your business, or that might include my retreat mentorship programs in which if you have a retreat in mind and you need that one-on-one support, I'm going to be the person that it's going to be working with you. Another offering that I've been sharing after my webinars is my in-person experience, Zenpreneur, which is a business bootcamp that I'm running in April in Thailand in 2025. So the idea is to bring something that it's going to bring value to your community, and then after the webinar, after that part where you are sharing something of value for that community, you want also to share something by which your community can take another step and work with you. So this is something that has helped me grow in my list. It has helped me bring in awareness for my community about the work that I do and the offerings that I have. And it has also helped me doing sales. Even if sometimes during the webinar, at the end of my webinar, when I go into pitch mode, so to speak, and I share my offering, even though at that moment I didn't have the person buying my offering, but often what has happened is that people who have come to my webinar, these have led for them maybe not to get that offering that I was sharing at the end of the webinar, but to work with me with some of my other offerings. So it's been worth it. It's been an opportunity for me to connect with my community, to have a conversation with them, to share something of value, and some of them have decided to take some of my services. So this is a win-win situation. You share something that is good for your community. People have more awareness of what you are offering, and also you are open to do more sales. This is something that I encourage you to do. I call it webinar, but you could do masterclass, you could do a workshop or something like that. And of course, you don't want to overcomplicate things. You want to make things easy, share something of value to that specific community, and then at the end of the event, at the end of the webinar, at the end of the workshop, invite people to join your paid offerings. Let's go to the second thing that I've been doing this year to grow Yoga Biz Mentor. And this has been building relationships one conversation at a time. And I know, let me tell you this, in a world where so many business coaches, business mentors are telling you to scale and to grow your business and to do the 6-7 figures and so on, all of that, yeah, it's great. Those are things that if you are starting your business, it could serve as inspiration. But if you are starting your business, I'm going to tell you, at the beginning, it's going to take a lot of time. Not only start developing your marketing message, connecting with your community, understanding your why, understanding who your people are, and even your voice, even defining your voice as a practitioner. What makes you different from other practitioners out there? What is your point of view when you share some content with your community? How do you bring awareness to your community of the work that you do? All of these are things that really takes time. So building a business is something that takes time, and it's also important to do the work in the right direction. But what I want to say is that in a world where everyone is pushing you to scale and to reach so many people and blah, 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 what it has been super helpful for me is to have one-on-one free 30 minutes business coffee chats. And I do that with my closer community, with people that are subscribed to my email list. This is not something that I've been sharing on social media or on my other channels, or people that are kind of listening from, let's say, that are finding my content. But I've been doing this with people that are already part of my email list, people who have signed up, that are receiving value from me on a weekly basis. One of the things that I do is that once a week, I invite them to take this free 30 minutes chat in which we get to just have a chat. This is not, just to be clear, this is not a selling conversation where I am going to be selling you something. This is a conversation in which I'm going to ask you some questions that are going to help me understand where you are exactly right now in your business or in your retreat leader journey. I ask you those questions to understand what are the things that you are struggling with the most, what are the most difficult things for you at the moment, and in exchange, at the end, I also invite you to ask me a question about your business. What is the thing that you need some support with? And so this is a 30-minute super focused session. It's completely free. I do this just for my list. But what has been super helpful about these conversations that I'm having is that I really get to have an idea of the real struggles my community is facing right now. When you are doing your marketing work, when you are doing your avatar work, when you are doing your niching work, often we get caught up into the idea of imagining that person, and you need to have that person in mind. Most of the times when you think about that person, it's a combination between someone that you know, or maybe a combination of people that you know, or even yourself. If you know what I'm talking about doing your avatar work. This is something that is very important. It's the foundation of your business. It's finding who is your ideal client. This is also called your niching work, doing your avatar work. If you need some support on finding your niche, I do have a pre-recorded workshop called Niche and Shine, and I'm gonna leave the link in the description of this video so that you can check it out. This is my best resource that I have to help you finding your niche. Anyway, getting back to that conversation, when you are doing your niching work, it is important to have that person in mind. But having real conversations with real people that really fit the profile of your dream client, of your avatar, for me, it has been super valuable. So it's not only been valuable for them because we get to talk about where they are and they get to ask me some question about their business, but I also get to understand real people, what are the problems they are facing. And this has been super, super helpful. This is something that I also encourage you to do with your own business. Have real conversations with real people. Ask them questions. Where are they in their journey, and try to understand how you can create something that can be valuable for them. The next thing that I've been doing, and this comes hand in hand with the previous point, and this has been creating content that is relevant for my community. And of course, as I say, you need to have a dream client. You need to have a person in mind for which you are creating the content. I am a super fan of being intentional. You don't want to create content for everyone and anyone scrolling through the internet. You want to find those people that fit the profile of your ideal client. As I mentioned before, by having real conversations with those people that fit the profile of your ideal client, you are going to be able to create content that address their pain points, that address their main dreams, that address their struggles right now. And this is one of the things that I've been doing also this year, 2024, at yogabizmentor.com. I've been creating content that has been with my blog posts, with my podcast, creating videos like this one that address those problems that you have. Because if you are here watching this video or listening to the podcast at this point, I know that you are looking to build and grow your business. And one of the things that you can do is to create content that will allow your community, that will help your community to understand the work that you do and to understand how you can help them. This is something that, again, I've been doing this year. This is something that if you do have an online presence, which of course, if you run a business, I always recommend to have an online presence. It's important that you put yourself out there, that you share things about you, about your business, and that you share content that is valuable for that specific person that you want to work with. Okay, here is the next thing, the fourth thing that I've been doing this year, 2024, to building and growing yogabizmentor.com. And this has been doing partnerships with like-minded people and with businesses that I believe. Those partnerships have taken the form of myself participating in some of the events these other business of companies were doing. For example, this year I was invited to the All Maths Taken podcast. I was invited as a speaker, And that allowed me to reach new audiences, that allowed me to reach new people who came to my world and to get to understand and to know about my work and the work that I do. I have also been doing partnerships with other businesses that have been helping me promoting my upcoming business bootcamp in exchange of a commission. That means, and this is something that you could do if you have a retreat, sometimes you might get to promote your retreat in some of the retreats websites that you can find out there. You know, those companies, they would sell your retreat and then they would get a commission. But something that I've been doing is also to connect with real individuals, with people that are a small business like myself, and they are going to be able to sell my bootcamp to their community. And if they do, they're gonna get a commission. This is something that you may be able to think about. Also, other people that are part of your community where your ideal client might be able to see what you have to offer. This, for me, I'm always looking for selected individuals. I just don't do this with anyone, but with people that I know, like, and trust, and to brands that align with my brand. And of course, at the end of the day, this is a win-win situation, because that means that I could get more sales for my bootcamp, more people will be aware of my bootcamp, and for those sales that I have, the person that has been promoting, the business that has been promoting, they're gonna get a commission. So that's something that has been really helpful for me to bring more awareness about my business. For Sempreneur Business Bootcamp in particular, I've been also partnering with Samahita Retreat, which is a retreat that of course, is a company that I really love, and it's part of my professional journey. And this is where I also hosted my first retreats. So they are also supporting me in promoting this upcoming bootcamp. And the other business that I have partnered has been Viajes Chelian. Viajes Chelian is a company, it's a travel agency in Madrid that is supporting me to sell Sempreneur. And the reason I'm doing this is because I am complying with the seller of travel laws. And if you don't know what that is, and if you are a retreat leader and you are selling your retreats, this is something that you should be aware of. Seller of travel laws means that if you are selling a trip, you need to do it under the right company. Not everyone can sell a trip. You need to be a travel agency, or you need to have that special permission. So in this case, what I've done, I have partnered up with this company, Viajes Chelian, and they are selling my bootcamp, and then for each sale, they will get a commission. Another thing that I've been doing, and this is not maybe a partnership, but this is something that I would consider more like a collaboration. This has been coming as a guest speaker in some podcasts. And again, you know that I am a fan of doing things in an intentional way. When I look podcasts and I pitch podcast hosts to go as a guest speaker, I just don't pick any podcast out there. I'm gonna pick the podcasts that have a community that I know will align with my community and that I know will align with my values. So this has been something that also has been helping me reach different audiences. This is something that I invite you to do, to look for podcasts, to go to the podcast host and to tell them that you want to share something for their community. That's something that you can do right now to grow your business. Finally, the last thing that I've been doing this year to grow my business is to, apart from being consistent and showing up consistently and trying to provide value to my community, I have been trying to be authentic with my marketing. For me, promoting is not just about sharing flashy ads of my bootcamp, of my one-on-one mentorship, of my workshops, whatever that is that I'm selling. This is part of your marketing message, but the biggest part of your marketing message is to share something of value to your community. And for me, this is what makes marketing a heart-centered practice, an honest practice. It's to share something that is going to bring value to your community, so that then your community, they will be able to understand if you are the right person to work with them or not. I talk a lot about yogic integrity in your business and heart-centered marketing. This is something I truly believe in, and I think this is very important, especially for those of you who are at the beginning starting your business. One of the reasons I want to be honest with my marketing is because when I started my business journey, especially when I started to enter the online space, I gotta tell you, I got captured by the idea of building a six-figure business in less than 1 year from the comfort of my own home, from a tropical beach, like with my computer sitting under a coconut tree. I thought like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna build my yoga, my wellness business in a very easy way. I got captured by that idea, and to realize year after that actually growing a business is not that easy. It takes time, and of course, you can build a thriving business. I believe in that, and in my experience, I have worked for very thriving yoga and wellness business, and I have also experienced certain level of success with my own business, like selling out my own international retreats, and like having people investing in my high ticket programs, even people that didn't meet me in person, but they met me through the work that I share online. So I know that this is possible, but I also know that there is so much BS out there, and so many people are trying to manipulate their marketing message so that you get to buy their programs. And this is something I am not up for. I want also to share an honest opinion, an honest idea about my own journey, about business in general, about my own business, so I get to connect with people that feel that honestly, and people that feel that transparency, it's also one of their values, because this is one of my values. So this type of content has been helping me connecting with people which values aligns with me, and that makes it also easier for them to understand if I am the person they want to work with, and for me, of course, to understand if they are the client I am more able to help with my work. Alright, my friend, this is gonna be it for today. I hope this was helpful. Please let me know if this video was helpful. I love to hear from you in the comments. And of course, if you want to take the next step and you would like to work with me, if you need support in building or growing your heart-centered business, or if you have a retreat coming and you need some support, know that I am here to help you. By the moment I'm doing this recording, I am working with one-on-one mentorship programs, and they could be like a one-time strategy session, or they could be like a 6 months program. And if you want to find more about that, I'm going to leave the links in the description of this video. And of course, if you want to have a transformative experience and you want to have a blast and a life-changing experience, join me for my upcoming Zenpreneur Business Bootcamp. This is going to happen in Thailand in April 2025, and I can't wait to meet you there. That's all for now, my friend. Again, I hope this video was helpful, and I would love to hear from you. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, my friend. Sawadee krap from the land of smiles. This is one of my favorite countries in the world. It's like my second home. This is Thailand, and I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to spend some time together with me in my upcoming business bootcamp in Koh Samui, in an island, beautiful tropical island in the south of Thailand, in a wonderful place which is my spiritual cove called Samahita Retreat. This business bootcamp will happen in April 2025. So if you are watching this video before 2025, you're still in time to sign up. We're gonna be talking about how to build and how to grow a heart-centered business. And we're gonna do this together with a community of heart-centered entrepreneurs in a wonderful place. Honestly, Samahita Koh Samui, it's a place close to my heart, and I can tell you it's one of the most transformative and beautiful places in the world. So if you have been gaining some value from my content and you would like to have an in-person unforgettable experience with me and a group of like-minded people, check out the links in the description of this video. Check out for Zenpreneur Biz Bootcamp, or just DM me in some of my social media and I will connect with you and give you the link for signing up. This is going to be epic. You don't want to miss it. And I really hope to see you there. Okay, my friend, that's all for today. Khop kun krap